But the concept, the Danish folk church, also originates from the constitution as an official concept. The concept is much discussed, and the evangelical Lutheran church should be understood as a proper state church. In his book, Folk Church, the Church in the Danish Society, from 2005, the prominent former bishop of Roskilde, Jan Lindhardt, advocates for the existing church-state arrangement and at the same time argues that the Danish folk church is a state church. With a state church, you also get a church-state. What we get is a state with church tasks. We are so used to that we no longer regard these tasks as church-related. And that is why it is so easy for us Danes to follow the word of the Bible. Render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar's, and unto God the things which be God's. In Denmark, you see God and Caesar have the same address, and that is Christiansborg. Jan Lindhardt therefore sees the church and the state as inseparable. Furthermore, he argues that the Danish welfare state is constructed on the unity and dynamics between state and church. And if they are separated, it will harm the state welfare, such as free healthcare and education. The Danish welfare state is basically an evangelical Lutheran church state, according to Lindhardt and many other opinion makers in Denmark. Lindhardt's thoughts are provoking the publication and the following attention for his discussion of the relationship between concepts such as the Danish folk church, state church, church-state, nation, the monarchy, and the welfare state reflects that the Constitution's regulations on church, state, and monarchy are not only theoretical and historical discussions, but are the focus of topical debates. Lindhardt's theologization of politics and the welfare state leads to what the sociologists Roland Robertson and Joanne Chirico is in an article from 1985 called the politicization of theology and religion on the one hand and the theologization of politics on the other. And they further argue in the favor of the ubiquity of civil religious problems in societies worldwide, on the basis of the restraints exerted on societies to define themselves, identify their basic national values and ideas in the competitive environment of globalization. Lindhardt's politicization of religion and religionification of politics is an example of this view. In a wider context, their view on civil religious problems and the pressure on societies to define themselves can be applied to the Danish case as well. The support to and awareness of the need for rituals and symbols, such as the yearly opening rituals, which confirm the civil religion vis-à-vis political religion, strengthened the nation state in a global competitive environment. But if the civil religion turns into a political religion, whose ideology narrows the possibility for every Danish citizen to participate due to the ritual's mono-ethno-religious content, it may raise problems for minorities to fully integrate in the political institutions. This problem is becoming more visible due to increasing immigrant groups with religious affiliations other than the majority of the Danish population and the increasing number of the Danes with no religious affiliation. During the last 40 years, immigration has created new minority groups in Denmark and in most of the Western world. The religious landscape has been transformed and now consists of more than 100 different religions, where different Muslim groups are the largest minority religions in Denmark. Representatives from different ethnic and religious minorities are making more and more claims for religious equality. At the same time, more and more Danes with other ethnic, religious or no religious backgrounds are elected to the Folketing. They too are making claims for more religious equality and freedom of and for religion through the proposal of bills in the parliament. Member of Parliament Naser Khader formulates the problem like this in an interview from 2005, although he probably has shifted position on this topic after his shift in party affiliation. The state must be released from the church in the same way that the Danish People's Church must be released from any kind of ministerial interference. This is what applies to the other so-called acknowledged religions in Denmark. Migration has become a main factor in religious and political changes in the beginning of the 21st century, which can be seen not only in Denmark but also in most of the Western world. It finds expression in the Folketing, where a growing part of the parliamentary debates are concerned with religious questions, especially questions concerning Muslim minority groups' integration into the Danish society. At the same time, various religious groupings are increasingly trying to influence the political agenda. The tension of the two positions, the conflation of politics and religion on the one hand, and the secularist Westphalian-inspired position on religion and politics on the other hand, are part of a wider global process. According to the Canadian sociologist Peter Berger, our age seems to be witnessing a desecularization of religion, a global desecularization of the world, an increase in anti-secular movements and discourses which are disillusioned by the modernity project and which insist on the political potential of religious conceptions and forms of praxis. This public revitalization of religion is being expanded equally over continents as well as over religious traditions. In spite of the fact that these phenomena and movements differ considerably as far as political methods and goals are concerned, their respective appearance and increasing popularity help politicize religion as a global tendency. In this perspective, the religions of the God or the gods of the others become an integrated part of the political agenda, and as an answer to this development, it is only logical that atheists try to influence the political agenda as well. Thank you.